Yo! What is going on, everybody? My name is Tanner, aka ISOTAMN24, and welcome to a brand new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing another rebuild, and my first video was actually a rebuild, but it was to a random team. The difference in this video is that I'm going to be rebuilding a team, but it's going to be a fantasy way. Basically, what a fantasy rebuild means is that all players are like in a draft, and teams are random in the draft, and it's just like the draft in the NBA. So like Giannis, everybody is a draft player and will get drafted. So all their teams will be super random. So I'm gonna be doing a random NBA team in 3, 2, 1, stop. Wow, we got the Milwaukee Bucks, speaking of Giannis. Alright, so fantasy draft. So I'm not going to be drafting my team. A random person, I think my GM will, but let's see what draft pick I have. It's a late one. I got pick 24. Okay, so I'm going to get somebody like this, hopefully somebody pretty good, but alright. I'm just going to sim the rest of the draft, and hopefully we get a good team. Alright, the simulation is done with the simming, and let's see if my team's pretty good. So we got Pascal Siakam, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steven Adams, Derrick Jones Jr., Ish Smith, Kobe White, Gary Trent Jr., okay, Sekou, Darius Bazley. Alright, so my team, I don't think it's one of the best teams. We're going to see my trade values. We got 4 stars, 3.5. Kobe White, 3.5. Robert Williams, 2.5. Gary Trent, 2. Okay. I was looking at Sekou Doumbouya, 3 stars. And Darius Bazley, 2.5. Okay, and then let's see how much our picks cost. Alright, so 2-star and 1.5. Okay. Alright, so my team, we have a good power forward. I might keep him. I might trade Pascal Siakam. I don't know. I like my shooting guard a lot, but he has a lot of trading value, so I could trade him and probably get a better player. See, like, let's throw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has a lot of value and potential, in a first-round pick, and we get a double trade like this. We get Andre Drummond, Julius Randle, but I will stop if I find a good trade, and I might make the trade. Alright, I didn't see a good trade that I liked for Shai, but I did like getting Bam. I'm not going to try to get Bam with Shai, but I'm just going to try to get Bam, because we need a center. So I'm going to throw Steven Adams. They're not interested in the trade. If we throw a first-round pick, it'll do the deal, but I'm going to try to throw on a ton of seconds, like a lot of seconds. Hopefully they'll... oh, another second. Alright, we're going to do this trade. Steven Adams, 4 second-round picks for Bam. I like this upgrade. Okay, now that we got a center, I even might make him a power forward, and his overall goes up 3. But we already got our power forward. But you know what? Let's try Pascal Siakam. Let's see what we can get. So I couldn't find any good offers for Pascal Siakam. I think I'm going to keep him because I don't think he has much trade value. So we got, I like keeping our center and power forward right now with Bam and Pascal Siakam, and possibly our shooting guard with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So we're going to need a starting point guard and a small forward. So I'm gonna do Derrick Jones Jr., Kobe White, and a first-round pick. Those are some pretty valuable assets. Hopefully I can get a good player in this. So I saw a trade like this come up in the trade finder. I don't want to do this trade, but I like Chris Paul, so I want to try to get Chris Paul. I don't want to do that. Alright, so I think I found a trade that the Detroit Pistons might do for me in order to get Chris Paul. I'm going to try Derrick Jones Jr., Kobe White, and a first-round pick for Chris Paul. They're not interested. Let's do another one. Okay. We got our Chris Paul, or we got our point guard in Chris Paul. We have a shooting guard and no small forward. Alright, so I couldn't find a good trade for us to get a good small forward, so I'm going to try to throw some random players that I have like this and get a first-round pick to get more assets to flip them in order to get better players. So I'm just going to keep on doing this with some random players that I won't use on my team. Like, bang, another first-round pick. I'm just finessing these teams by getting a first round pick for a horrible player. Okay, so I was just testing out the waters, seeing what my players could get me, and I found this. Kyle Lowry for Gorgui Dieng and a first round pick. I'll do that. Easy. That's an easy trade I'll do. So now, I don't know, maybe I move Shea to the 3 and put Chris Paul or Kyle Lowry to the 2. So I think I'm going to try to create my own trade and get Jimmy Butler. So there's Jimmy Butler. So I would throw Kyle Lowry. They don't want to do that. Not Ish Smith. Robert Williams. They need to give me back a player. We'll do this guy. No, what if we throw on a couple of first round picks? They still don't want to do that. Okay. What if we do Gary Trent and you give us back your worst player? They still don't want to do that. We'll try to do Sekou and you give us back another bad player. Oh wow, that trade actually worked. We gave up so many players for that, but we acquired Jimmy Butler. That was amazing. So we got Chris Paul, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jimmy Butler, Pascal Siakam, and Bam Adebayo. I really like that starting 5. So now I'm just going to try to go get some bench players. So I'm going to try to do Ish Smith and see if we can get a good bench players. And usually what I like to get is a 80+ overall. But I'm not going to be able to do that in this. But I'm going to get Alex Len, and you'll see why. He was a center, I saw. So I'm going to move him to a power forward. Now he's an 80 overall. Then I'm going to flip him in the trade finder and hopefully find an 80+ overall. So I'm going to do this trade for Daniel Theis to be my backup center. Next, I'm going to do Svi Mykhailiuk and Chris Silva. Let's see if I can get good players. Yeah, no, I can't get anybody from there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to free agency. I'm going to sign Joakim Noah. Okay, I'll take Mike Scott. I'll take Raul Neto. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but and then Kyle Korver. And now I'm gonna go like this, and hopefully, yep, first round pick, easy. I'm just gonna do that again and again, and hopefully I get a couple first round picks. Yep, another one. We'll take it. Do it another time. Markieff Morris. I can probably get a first round pick in this. Yep, we'll do that. Okay. We'll do Gorgui Dieng. Yep, another first round pick. And let's try to get one more if I can, if it's possible. Chris Silva. No, I cannot get a first round pick in that. But I'm going to try to find a center. Yep, Marcin Gortat. Gortat, I don't know how to pronounce him, but his name. But we can go like that and that. And then Marcin Gortat. And then I'll be able to get a first round pick in this. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to work on my bench. I actually moved Daniel Theis to a power forward. I'm going to do Daniel Theis and a first round pick and see if I get a pretty good backup player. Like, I'm probably going to find a pretty good backup player. Like, oh my gosh. CJ McCollum. That might be an easy trade. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else. I'm going to go with the trade for CJ McCollum. Easy trade. He might even be my starter over Shea. Alright, next trade I'm going to do this guy. I don't even want to pronounce his name. And a first round pick. And I will find a better bench player. So I need a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. So hopefully I can find that. And I'm going to do this trade easily. Jusuf Nurkic, that is a great trade. So now I have a center and a shooting guard for my backup. And I'm going to do Dwight Powell and hopefully find a good bench player. So earlier in the video, I traded for Kyle Lowry, but then I traded him again and I got a different asset. But I'm going to trade for Kyle Lowry once again, and I'm going to put him as my backup point guard. And next, I'm going to hopefully find a couple good backup players for my small forward and power forward position. Alright, so I'm going to do this trade for Robert Covington. And in the previous video, when I rebuilded the Indiana Pacers, I put Robert Covington as a small forward. I'm going to do that again. He's an 85. That's incredible. And I'm going to do Robert Covington in the trade finder, and I know I'm going to find a good backup small forward or power forward in this trade. And I'm going to do the trade for Blake Griffin, or I think I'm going to do the trade for Victor Oladipo. I'm going to do the trade for Victor Oladipo. I already have a backup small shooting guard, but I'm going to create Victor Oladipo as... No. I'm going to put all my shooting guards backup positions are point guard, but I'm going to put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he's the tallest out of the three. I'm going to put him as a small forward, so now we have our backup small forward. So now I'm just looking at a backup power forward to back up Pascal Siakam, and I have Darius Bazley and Kai Bowman. I'm gonna do them two and a first round pick. Oh, no offers. So I'm gonna do Darius Bazley and a first round pick, and hopefully I can find a good backup power forward. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this trade for Jakob Poeltl and Patrick Beverley. And then I'm going to make Jakob Poeltl a power forward. And then I'm going to trade finder them too. And hopefully, this is the only offer. So I'm going to do Jakob Poeltl. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do Patrick Beverley. And I'm going to get a first round pick like this. And then I'm going to do Jakob Poeltl and a first round pick. And hopefully I can find a good backup power forward. Like I've been seeing some just at the beginning. And yeah, I'm going to actually do that trade for Julius Randle. I'm going to do that trade. Alright, so now we have our starting lineup in... We have all of our backup and our starters. We have Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, CJ McCollum, Victor Oladipo, Jimmy Butler, Shai, Pascal Siakam, Julius Randle, Bam Adebayo, and Jusuf Nurkic. I think this team is actually very, very good. So let's see. Okay, so I think our six-man, Shai should be our six-man. I think Shai should get actually a lot of minutes. You have so much good players that everybody needs to get minutes. It's crazy. I really like Shai. And then I'm going to do a little more. I think that's how I'm going to put the team. And yeah, I really like this team actually. And hopefully we can win a lot of games. I'm going to sim through 4 games, and let's see. Alright, first game we win by 4 against the Rockets. This is a fantasy draft, remember, so I don't know any of the players on any of the teams. So we're 2-0. We are 3-0. Okay. 4-0? Alright, we were 4-0. I really like that. So I'm going to simulate to the end of the draft, and hopefully our team does really well, and see you guys then. Alright guys, we're finishing up the season, last 3 games. As you can see in the bottom right corner of my screen, we are right now 65-16. Hopefully we can make that 66-16. This is an outstanding record. We are 65-17. I think that is absolutely amazing. That's amazing. That's definitely the best record this year. So Luka Doncic MVP. Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year in a Thunder jersey, Hornets jersey. Ricky Rubio, Kawhi Leonard in a Miami jersey. Most Improved Player, Coach of the Year, Mike Budenholzer. That was our record because we are the Bucks, and that is our coach. And hopefully some players on our team made any of the NBA teams, all NBA or all defensive teams. Wow, nobody on my team did. Wow. We are the 1 seed going against the Washington Wizards, and they have Derrick Rose, Jeremy Lamb, Josh Okogie, Kevin Love, and Nikola Jokic. This should be a pretty easy first round. I think we should easily get through the first round. Maybe 4-0 sweep. Oh, never mind. 2-1, 3-1. All right. 4-1. So we had to give them a game just because we had to give them a game. Next round we are going against Miami. Now this year the Bucks lost to Miami in the second round, but obviously it's a fantasy rebuild, so it's a different team. They have John Wall and Kawhi. Oh yeah, defensive player of the year. And Kawhi, he might clamp up Jimmy Butler, but we should easily be able to possibly sweep him. Oh no, never mind, speaking too soon. But 3-1 and 4-1. Okay. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, oh, I forgot to stop it, but we are 2-0 right now. Let's see the Brooklyn Nets have. They have Eric Bledsoe, Jaylen Brown, and DeAndre Jordan. We must have made a trade with them because I had Robert Williams. So, I don't know which trade we made with them, but I definitely made a trade with them. So, let's see if we can sweep them. And we're easy road to the finals. And, okay, we are going against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got Malcolm Brogdon, Tobias Harris, Tyler Hero, and Jason Tatum. This is actually not a bad team for a fantasy draft. So first game is a win. Second game is a loss. 1-1 series, 2-1, 3-1. Come on, can we get out of and win? Can we win? Let's go! The Bucks have won the championship. Jimmy Butler, your finals MVP, and let's go. That's our goal, always to win a championship in a rebuild, but we completed the goal. And I forgot to say, guys, to like the video and subscribe, but until later, see you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.